G'day guys, it's your boy, Patch, and today is the 7th of September, and as of 2 days ago, it was my 1-year anniversary on Twitch. So to sort of celebrate, I wanted to make a little video, sort of detailing my sort of experiences and stuff that I've learned along the way that might be able to help some new streamers that are trying to get into it right now. So yeah. I cannot stress enough how much a good chair can go a long way. When I first started streaming, I was using a chair that I got from Officeworks quite a while ago. And don't get me wrong, it was great, it did the job, but you weren't meant to sit in it for more than 2 hours. So it was kind of really not that great. After about the first hour or so, my butt would start to hurt and I would just start having to fidget around just so I can get comfortable again. And then eventually I got the chair that I'm sitting on right now, and don't get me wrong, it's a great chair and it's really ergonomic. It's meant for long use. The only thing is, it's just not comfortable. It's great for my back still hurts. Good to sit on for long periods of time. My butt hurts because it's such a hard sort of seat pad. Yeah, get yourself a good chair. Like, trust me, you will not regret it. Okay, so audio is a very, very important aspect of streaming. I've seen bad audio on streams and I've seen great audio on streams. I know which one I would rather pick. Doesn't matter how good the video looks, if the audio is shit, no one wants to watch. That's just plain simple truth. Get yourself a decent microphone. When I started streaming, I was using a blue Snowball microphone, which did the job and it was beautiful. And then I wanted to upgrade, so I got this Rode Pod mic, which is an XLR mic, which is awesome. As you can hear, it sounds pretty damn great. The only issue is with this, and this is only a personal thing, is that you need to be right in front of the microphone to get a good sound. If you're a little bit off, it sounds a little bit different, or if you're like, I don't know why you would be behind the mic, but if you're behind the mic, it doesn't sound very great. But yeah, and that's purely because of the type of microphone that it is. So do your research, obviously, with audio. Make sure you know what you're buying and make sure that it fits you. Moving on from audio equipment, in terms of just hardware in general, you don't have to start out with the best stuff ever. Personally, I prioritized audio over video when I first started. So when I first started streaming, I had some dirty, cheap, shitty, like $30 webcam that I got from Amazon. It wasn't the best, but it did the job. And then eventually I got myself a DSLR and I thought, oh, you know what? I'll kill two birds with one stone. I used it as my stream cam, during the week, and then on weekends it was my photography camera because I wanted to get into that, and it was great. It was a bit of a hassle to use, but it was still a very good quality camera. But when it comes to streaming, I would still prefer to use a webcam. So right now I'm using the Logitech C922, which is an awesome camera. It's really, really nice picture for what it is. When I got it on sale for 155 Australian, I think. Normally it's about 200, but yeah, it's worth it. So lighting is very important as well. Without it, this is what I would look like. Yeah, I don't look very great. There are a lot of lighting options on the market, and I ended up just going with like 2 cheap ring lights that I got from Kmart. They're like 20 bucks each or something, 20, 30 bucks each. They do the job just fine. They light me up nicely. They're easy to use. You just plug them USB, press a button. You can adjust the different light temperatures, brightness, angle, because they're on like a little tripod and you can adjust the angle of the light too, which is really cool. So yeah, the light bar there, I got that from IKEA, it was on clearance. So it was, I think it was like 30 bucks at the time. I think, don't quote me on that. The light you see behind me is a Mirabella RGB LED light that I got from Kmart as well, which I think was 30 bucks as well. And the actual lamp that it's on, I got from IKEA for $10. So, because I think it was on clearance, but regardless, that's all that is. And it's not like I got everything overnight. I had to build this up myself just over time. Over a year, actually. When I first started, when I was using the Snowball, the blue Snowball, I had a $15 microphone boom arm from eBay, and it was shithouse. But it did the job, and that's the main thing. So I've heard of the saying, the poor man pays twice, which essentially means if you're gonna spend on cheap products, you're gonna keep spending on cheap products. Whereas if you invest in an expensive, good quality product, you're only gonna pay more once for it, right? I feel like that if you're just starting out on Twitch and you don't know if you want it to be a thing and you don't know if you want to keep doing it in the long run, investing in cheap stuff is okay. As long as you can sort of get a start and see where you're going and see if you want to keep going with it, go right ahead. You do you. Whatever suits your budget, 100%. Even with webcams, there's a lot of streamers that I know that don't actually use a webcam in their stream. They just have a good microphone and a nice looking stream, and that's it. There are a lot of VTuber sort of style streamers as well, where they use like an animated character or an animated sort of avatar, if you will, instead of having a face cam, and that's cool. You do you. Like I said, you do you. Be unique, be creative, and that's the best thing you can do for yourself. It's good to have a variety of games on your stream, or just a variety of content. At the beginning, I was just sitting on Rainbow Six Siege, I believe, and Warzone. And I would just sit on that for long periods of time, in terms of like I'd play that for a week or 2 weeks, and obviously that kind of content can become boring and just like repetitive over time. So what I decided to do was just change it up, and I just decided to play the games that I felt like playing and not games that I thought would look good on stream or that I'm good at on stream. Like one day I decided to play a single player game, with a heavy story. One day I decided to play multiplayer game, a competitive game, whatever, a stupid game, like whatever. See, it's not terrible to sit on one game for a long period of time, as long as you're having a good time. That's the main thing, right? I mean, I sat on Red Dead Redemption once for about 3 weeks straight. So I did about about 9 to 12 streams in a row where I was just playing Red Dead Redemption. And I was just doing the main story, which is about a 60 to 70 hour story. And because it was so sort of captivating, it just kept me in that game, and that's all I wanted to play. And because it just, it came out on Steam and it was on sale, so I was like, fuck it, I want to play this and it's going to be great. But yeah, it's good to change it up every so often. So a lot of big streamers that give tutorials on how to start streaming, how to get big and all that, they do mention networking. So networking essentially is just like spreading awareness about your stream on other platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, Instagram, whatever. I found that if you do not apply yourself to that, like if you're not paying a lot of attention to it and you're not constantly on it, it won't help you. If you're just going to be like, oh yeah, here's one video here, and then you don't touch it for like 3 weeks, and then here's one video there or one picture here, then it's not really worth your time. If you're not going to invest your time into it, don't bother doing it. Just plain and simple. I only say that because that's what I've been doing all year. My networking has been kind of shitty and non-consistent. With YouTube, sadly, I haven't uploaded videos very often. There was a little point in time where I was uploading a video once a week or once every 2 weeks, and that felt really cool and it felt really good, and they were getting views, but the issue is, because I was working and I was trying to juggle work and life and then stream in the middle. So I was like juggling 3 balls, and I'm like, I don't know how to juggle 3 balls, I don't know, it's a shitty analogy to use, but that's pretty much what I was doing, trying to juggle work, life, and Twitch, and like my online presence. So I kind of ended up just losing the motivation for that and just giving up. But not so much giving up, more of just like not paying attention to it. Like I didn't post on TikTok for a while. I didn't post anything on Instagram. Haven't posted anything to YouTube in quite a while, actually. That's why I'm making this video, because I want to get something out. Because thanks to the ye old pandemic, I unfortunately, I'm not working at the moment because I'm a casual, so they can't afford to keep me on because we're losing money because of it. So I now have time to sit at home, and I've reignited that motivation and that passion to just record something and edit it and put it out, and I'm so happy. I just want to do it. But more onto that is, don't forget about your life. Look, it's good to have a hobby, and it's good to sort of have something to look forward to when you come home, but don't forget about the rest of it. With me, I know that streaming can be addictive even. I used to be at work and I'm like, man, I just can't wait to get home. I just want to jump on the stream and just have a good time. And it's great. It's great to have that motivation. But it's not good when you're starting to forget other things in your life, like other people in your life, or, forgetting your responsibilities, and so on. So it's, I don't want to tell anyone how to do things or what to do, but it's something to keep in mind, to just sort of don't forget everything else. So there were a couple of times where I did lose motivation in streaming and just content creation as a whole. And what I did find is that when you do it for long enough, you've improved things here and there, it's really nice to just look back and see how you've developed and how you've changed, not only as a person but as a streamer or a content creator. I know when I look at my older videos, and I used to think those videos were fucking great. I was like, whoa, you know, like what a good job. And I still do, you know, for what it is and for what it was back in a year ago. I used to think, yeah, fuck, they're awesome. And now I'm like, dude, I have come so far, and it's just crazy. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's nice to sit back sometimes and just look at where you were and where you are now. And that's such a motivational booster. Pretty much, I have no regrets starting streaming at all, and I've enjoyed every second of the way. Sure, there were some hard points and there were some shitty times, but at the end of the day, the good far outweighs the bad. If anyone's thinking about starting on streaming, I recommend it. Go ahead, stop thinking about it and just do it. You know, you won't look back, you won't regret it. I haven't regretted it. I love it. I enjoy it, and I want to keep doing it, even if it doesn't go anywhere. You know, like when I first started streaming, I thought, oh, yeah, I want to make a career out of it, and I still do. But now I'm just like, hey, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I'm still happy to just have this, you know, my little community. And yeah, I'd just like to give a special thank you to all of my followers on Twitch and all of my subscribers on YouTube. You guys are what's keeping me going. So I hope to see you guys in the next stream or in the next video, and take it easy. Bye.